So it looks like we're all set on this end, so we're gonna have our next run here. Mr.Tiger with Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
Yes, hello. I'm just loading in the save file. It might still take some seconds. So yeah, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, the game that will come to the Nintendo Switch in about a month. But for now we just have the Wii U version, and I've already lost about a minute just by picking up the Pro Controller and not using the gamepad. Normally we're using the in-game timer, so we don't so we don't have any problems with that, because the minute I lose is just in loading times. But yeah, I guess we can start now in 3, 2, 1, go. By the way, sorry for the... Oh, thanks. By the way, sorry for the German version, but I only have the disc version of the game, and you can't switch the language with the disc version, sadly. So yeah, Tropical Freeze. 2D platformer in a 3D setting, and it's a very, very good platformer. I just love this game. Okay. So the first world is more or less a tutorial world. We have 4 levels. The 4th one is an auto-scroller. The first 3 levels give us an introduction to the 3 companion Kongs, the first one being Diddy. So with Diddy we just can use his jetpack to fly a little bit longer, and as we have it with all Buddy Kongs, we can do infinite rolls and infinite swimming underwater. The jetpack for Diddy converts underwater to a very strong boost, so Diddy is essentially the fastest character underwater. And that's literally the only really use for Diddy that we have. Sadly. I will soon explain why. So, and that's it for the first level. So you might notice that the loading times are quite long in this game, and that's the only really issue that I have with this game, the really long loading times. We have a total of about 19 minutes in loading times only during this run. So, the second Kong that we get is Dixie Kong. We actually won't get her at the first chance where we can get her. Here's a barrel for Dixie, but we will skip this particular barrel because we get an underwater section soon. And as I mentioned, Diddy is faster underwater. So I will just use Diddy until the next barrel hits, and that was not good. I will take the hit here. And here we have the first underwater section. And you can already see that Diddy is quite fast here. And now it's actually time for Dixie. So, Dixie can use her hair as a propeller. It's kind of a hair chopper. It's quite nice, and it does the same thing as this jetpack does. You can
Hover.
hover a bit in the air, but you also get a little bit extra height, so it's technically a straight upgrade from what can Diddy do. And that's the reason why we rather use Dixie than Diddy if we can, because Dixie has nothing that Diddy has nothing that Dixie can't do as well, or even better. And now for the fun part of the game, because now we got the third and last Buddy Kong introduction, and that's Cranky. And I guess by now you could already guess what Cranky's strength is.
You can use this walking stick as a pogo stick.
Yeah, it's basically a pogo. And the nice thing at this pogo is that you don't lose any momentum with him. Dixie's flutter and as well as Diddy's jetpack, they both kill your momentum when you use it. I'll go rather safe here. So technically there are two base speeds in this game. The normal walking speed and the rolling speed. I normally use the rolling speed because obviously it's faster. And the thing is, Diddy's jetpack and Dixie's flutter, they both reduce the momentum to the normal walking speed after a while. And so you can't just use it and then have the same speed. So you have to roll again to get the rolling speed. For Cranky you can keep all your momentum that you got. Also in these instances where you actually have more speed than rolling speed. Which we might see in the run sometimes. I'm not quite sure because I kinda suck in these... yeah, I'm quite bad in these sections.
It's not exactly easy either.
Yeah, it's really difficult. It's almost Sonic speed. So here's a small skip. Who needs barrels anyways? And as I said, it's the 4th level in the first world, so we just have a nice little auto-scroller. By the way, just enjoy the auto-scrollers. Yes, you might think, oh, auto-scroller speedrun, but as all the levels in Tropical Freeze, these are pretty well done. Also, since I'm not one of the best runners in the world, I'm more or less in the midfield of the leaderboard. I'll do some safe strats, including the fact that I will buy some items during the run. And I need some coins for that, so I'm just making sure that I get enough coins while I'm running. By the way, I absolutely love the music that is in Tropical Freeze. You will hear me say that a couple of times during the run. But it's absolutely true. So, the first 4 levels are done, and now we are heading to the boss of the first world. And also the boss fights are pretty interesting. All boss fights in the game have 3 phases. In each phase we have to hit the enemy at least 3 times. There is one exception. I will get to that later. And also the phases are pretty nice done. And there are actually some pretty neat strats in almost every boss fight. Let's see if I can pull them off. Nice, that's the first one. You want to hit this fish as soon as possible, and that's what I was doing there. And another got caught. So first phase is down. And I think he might be angry. I don't know why. I have done nothing to him.
Besides poking onto his back.
Hey, he started. He started this whole thing.
True.
Also, normally you don't have to kill all these small enemies here. They disappear quite fast. But I'm killing them just to check whether or not they give any banana coins, since I need some during the run. He's getting even more angry. Okay, I didn't get it. So let's just do it like that. There's also a strat to get the third fish quite early there, but I didn't pull it off, sadly. And that's the first world.
So that was some pretty epic boss music there, and I think we got time for a quick donation.
Yeah, of course.
We got $5 from Chuck Yuck, saying "Go Tiger Go! Germang believes in you." Donating towards the Bit Wars option for naming the characters in Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. Voting for the character name Captain EXO.
Of course. Okay, so now we're getting into 2-1, 2-2, and 2-3. The thing is, in 2-2 there's a pretty nice strat that we can pull off when we have Cranky. However, neither in 2-1 nor in 2-2 we get a Cranky barrel. So that means that we are not allowed to use Cranky if we want to pull off that strat. So that's why I'm going a little bit slow here, because I just want to make sure that we can get some nice boosts in 2-2. Also, there's a pretty fast strat for Cranky in this climbing section coming up right now. And that's pretty nailed it. So I have to wait a short time here, because I have to wait for the platform to be close enough to do this. And that's pretty much 2-1. Just some barrel sections. And that's it. So, 2-2 is the first level, and yeah, it's the first level of 2 where we meet Rambi in this run. Just like in Donkey Kong Country Returns, also in Tropical Freeze, Rambi has some cameo appearances in the levels. And that's a pretty good start. And I'm actually getting Rambi 2 times on this level. One for just losing him here, because that's faster than trying to get on all these platforms. But let's get him again. And now let's do some interesting stuff. Because I mentioned that you can actually be faster than rolling speed if you have enough speed. And that's the case on these platforms. If we start running on these platforms, we get a pretty good amount of speed. And normally you can go even faster, you can even over these swinging platforms. But I got a little bit scared here and yeah, I just decided to break it up. I almost messed that one up. So, the next level is also pretty interesting. If you watch closely and listen closely, you will see that everything in this level is synced up to the music. Which is pretty interesting because you can pretty much predict how everything will work. If you just know how the music is. I'm doing the safe strats here, because I wasn't quite sure about the cycles. Ooh. First death. I guess there will follow some more. But hey, now we got some fun, at least, because when I get thrown out of the cycles a bit, I tend to die more than one time. Yep. I thought it. I kinda expected this to happen. I thought about just doing it safe, but I decided against it, and obviously that was the wrong decision. Okay, now I can go. Oh yeah, by the way, that's also a pretty nice section. Also, it's more or less an auto-scroller, because you cannot get further without having these horn blasts. So the next level is also another auto-scroller. But again, the auto-scrollers in this game are designed in a pretty nice way. And I actually like these auto-scrollers. They
aren't as dull as most auto-scrollers in other games.
there are really bad auto-scrollers in other games, but these ones are actually fun to play. Because in some auto-scrollers there are so many details in the background, or even with the music. And I even haven't recognized all the details that are in the auto-scrollers. I still find new stuff to discover. Okay, collecting some coins. And by the way, this is the most awesome machine ever.
Can turn a wooden canoe into a minecart.
Only using saws, obviously, and by not hurting the conks inside the cart. I mean, that has to be awesome, guys. It must be awesome, right? Ooh, that was close. I thought I was too early for the jump. So I mentioned before that I already lost 1 minute in loading times because I used the Pro controller for of the Wii U. That's because the game has pretty inconsistent loading times, and the loading times get longer the more devices are linked to the Wii U and are turned on. So the gamepad, the Wii U gamepad, is always turned on. And normally the runners in an RTA setting want to use the gamepad for that reason, just because any other controller that is additionally attached to the Wii U just slows down the loading times. It's not much, it's about a minute over the whole run, but it adds up to a lot. Yep. That's not good. Actually, I have to go a little bit slower because it's really long ago that I last time I died on this section of the level. Okay, we're fine now. Also, this level is one of the levels that we play, that almost every runner plays with Dixie, because it's just more convenient than having Cranky. Normally, the rules for the runners are Cranky is the fastest in a speedrun, but sometimes it's just more convenient to take Dixie, and in underwater settings you normally take Diddy. The only exception is the boss fight of World 4, which is underwater, and you normally take Cranky there because Cranky's stick can be used as a weapon. And now we get to the level with, in my opinion, the very best music of the game. If you listen closely, the game has already this level has 2 audio tracks, and the audio tracks are switched in between, and they are switched whether or not I am inside a building or outside of buildings. So when I go out here, you will hear the music be shifted. Now we have the other track.
Outside being a bit slower, or yeah.
Yeah. And it's also the music is pretty nice, just. So we want to have Cranky here, so I have to wait a bit. We need Cranky because there is a climbing section, and Cranky is very good in climbing section, obviously. And also there is a good demonstration for the sheer speed of the pogo. Perfect climb. So, and that were all the regular levels for World 2. The only thing left in World 2 is the boss fight. And this boss fight is pretty interesting because the 3 phases are set very distinct, and in each phase you can do a fast kill, which of course I will attempt to do. But for all these fast kills you need Cranky. So I should better not lose him. Oh, that's good. More coins. So that's the first phase. And now for the second phase. The fast kill here is a bit more difficult. We have to... I got him. Okay. I got the fast kill.
Need more coins.
Yeah, even more coins. Normally I get 105 coins by the time where I do the shopping. Each item that I will buy will cost 15 coins. So normally I get the 105 coin mark. Sometimes I even get the 120 coin mark, and this looks pretty good for it so far. Also here we now get our opportunity to do the fast kill. And we have to keep this little birdie now through this whole section. Oh, that was close. So actually there's a way to roll and throw the birdie at the same time while you land on him. So you actually can double hit him there, but you only lose 3 seconds when you don't do it. And it's much safer in a marathon. So, and now for World 3. So 3-1 is the level that is that's often referred to as the Lion King's level, and I'll leave the guess why completely to you guys. Not nice. I'll take the safe way. I thought about doing the jump on this birdie. But I guess that was not a good option. Ooh, actually I missed getting another body Kong here. Normally I don't really care which body Kong I get, I just want the healing. But I guess we go for Cranky then. That's not good. Okay, now it's good. Oh! That was far too early. Normally by jumping early we can make the sequence where the ending barrel of this level appears. We can make the sequence faster by jumping early there. But that was right too early and I actually also overshot this one. Damn it. I forgot the basic movement with Donkey. Don't roll off ledges and jump after you finish the roll. You can do it, for example, with Dixie or Diddy, but doing it with Donkey results in basically what you just saw. Okay. Let's try another shot. Okay, interesting. I'll take it. So, 3-2. I'm actually not used to not have a Buddy Kong here. I think that's a bit obvious now. I almost died also. Okay, now we're fine. That's also not good. I'm failing pretty much. At least I got cranky here. In the next level we normally want cranky at the start, but we don't get cranky at the start, so it's good to carry him over from this level. Oh, by the way, what do you think how many jumps I got? Not many. I actually failed it. It's just one jump. You have to wait for the big, for this big fruit type boulder. And normally we just normally have some fun with the puzzle piece there, trying to jump over it without actually taking it. So 3-3, a very popular level in the speedrun community. Actually, I have to say I'm not able to pull off the do-si-do strat, which is actually this level has multiple tornadoes, and if you roll into these tornadoes, you get a ton of speed. And if you're able to maintain the speed, that's pretty interesting. But since I'm not able to do the do-si-do strat, I guess I'll clean up the level in the actual normal way. I definitely did not hold the analog stick in the left position there. Interesting. Okay, we got Diddy. It's normally a thing that... Yeah, it's not like I don't want to have Diddy.
Dixie would be better.
Yeah, Cranky would still be better here, but it's... Cranky would save up some of these... some of these running start sequences. Each time you start a run with Rambi, it takes a little bit time. And with Cranky, by Pogwin, you can just ignore that, because you can just jump ahead. Okay, and that's the fast strat for Dixie. Normally you have to wait for the platform to come down a bit. So, 88 coins for now. So I actually won't get the 120 coins. So this level is pretty much straightforward, but it's really nice designed. That's why I like having Dixie. Yeah, that's normally, for a speedrunner you normally see what you are able to do and what you are willing to risk. The more you are willing to risk, the more often you take Cranky normally. But Dixie is a really good character when it comes to save strats. So one more level and then I will just buy some items. I need to buy some items anyways for the boss fight of World 4. The strats without the items, it's possible to get this boss fight down without using any items, but that's really difficult.
And it takes a lot longer.
It doesn't even take longer.
Okay.
You can pull off the strats, but it's not really easy. And I'm really not willing to try that in a marathon run with the current skill I have. So we have another auto-scroller, and actually we will use the secret exits for the first time. Each world in Tropical Freeze has 2 secret levels, and these secret levels can only be entered by secret exits. Most of them, actually. I think there is one... No, there are 2 worlds where you can actually enter secret levels by a normal exit, but that's because it's the second secret level in the world, and it's just located after the first secret level. That's World 2 and World 6. So just let's take the secret exit here and go to one of the secret levels of this world. We just take the secret level because A, you have the secret exit. It's a shorter way to the secret exit in this level that we just made. And also the next level is quite a bit shorter than the other 2 levels that we have in option. So, but before we go into the next level, I will do one thing that you might not see from any other runner who's currently around. Shopping. So we need 3 times the banana juice, and then we can just fill it up with some more safety items. I normally take 3 Dixie barrels and 1 cranky barrel. The banana juice lets you get invincible for a short amount of time, and we need all 3 banana juices for the boss of World 4. The Buddy Kong barrels are just optional barrels. If you happen to have no Buddy Kong and have a barrel equipped, that barrel gives you the Buddy Kong that is inside the barrel. So if I have a cranky barrel extra and I lose cranky in this level where I have the cranky barrel, I will get cranky again. It's just some safety for the marathon. Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, that can happen sometimes. I just didn't pay attention there.
Nah.
Don't worry, we got a barrel
Yeah,
here.
I already noticed.
Okay. Okay, so that's it for the normal levels in World 3. And now we get to the fun part, the only boss fight that can take more than 9 hits. Okay, so we have these 3 monkeys as a boss, and the goal is to eliminate all 3 monkeys. Each monkey has 3 lives individually, and when I kill one monkey, the other 2 get healed. So I can... Okay, that one. So, the first one is down, and now the other 2 are healed, and they have to do some more hits on these 2. I will target the left one actually. Oh, he's really kind today. Actually he's not. Well, okay, he was kind, but I was too dumb. Let's do it this way then. Okay, and now for the last phase. So, which side it is? Left or right? To the right, okay. By checking on which side these ghost monkeys appear, I can see where the first bomb that actually is no spike bomb will be thrown. And it's, as you can see, it's rather convenient to stay on exactly that side. Okay, one more hit to go. Again on the right side. I just need to dodge this explosion. And now it's not that important anymore. And World 3 is down. So, Tropical Freeze has in total 6 worlds. So we have 3 down, so it's actually 3 more worlds to go. Well, no, not now. So, now let's get to the fun part. World 4.
Water levels, mostly.
Who doesn't like water levels? Come on! Okay, I have to admit, some of them are not that nice. But actually you can bounce on water, so that gives at least some... that's at least a bit good. So, as I said, underwater we want to have Diddy, mostly because he's just the fastest one. Also, very good music.
So, a quick reminder, if you like what you see, you can donate to GSM, aka SpeedCon 2018. All donations go towards Save the Children, and we got some goals and also some bid wars. You can choose on them when you send in your donation. Also, your donation comment will be read on the stream. we got some bid wars coming up. Tomorrow we got another one from Mr.Tiger, Titan Quest. Choose the file name. So that's one bid war you can consider when you donate to GSM. And we got also tomorrow morning Final Fantasy Mystic Quest being run by Soccer Stew, and you can also donate towards the file name chosen for that game. So keep them donations coming.
Yeah. So I switched to Dixie. The reason for that is that there are very strong currents in this level, and Dixie is the only one that can swim through these currents. And we actually want to backtrack here because there is a secret exit that we will be using. So, I said it's a water world, but the whole world is basically the water world, but it's not that bad actually, because the most levels that we actually play are not pure water levels. So this level, for example, it has 2 water sections, but it's mainly a land level. Oh, and that's, by the way, the only level where... Normally it's the only level in the run where you see all 3 Buddy Kongs in action. We start with Dixie, switch over to Diddy for this underwater section. And we will be switching over to Cranky soon, because we need Cranky to get to the secret exit of this level. I did mention it before, but actually Cranky can jump on stuff where you normally can't jump on, so mainly spikes. And we need actually Cranky to jump over these spike balls. Okay. And now for a level which has a pretty insane skip to it. Actually, I'm not able to pull that skip off. It involves a second player. And you can actually go out of bounds in this level with a second player, and it looks pretty interesting. I'll do the level the old-fashioned way. It loses about 40 to 50 seconds. Come on. Okay, good. I dodged the shark there. That's pretty good when I dodged the shark, because there is... I don't know of any hard drops in this level. So if I get damage, I can't get another... I can't get more damage without losing Diddy. And since it's an underwater level, Diddy's jetpack is really the MVP here. Ooh, I missed 2 coins here. Ooh, that was close. And now the stuff gets interesting, because there's another shark here, and I actually have to dodge it. Nice. Okay, and now let's go to the one level which is my most recent nightmare of the run. 4-5. Well, actually it went better the last weeks during the training for this marathon. But I lost quite a bit of time to this level. So just clearing things up. Because we can't use these bombs anyways, now we can use them. I'm doing the safe strat here. It actually would be possible to... Whoops, that's not good. Now I got it. And I even kept my body Kong, which is very good. Because there are some... yeah, there are some good damage boosts that I can do during the next level. In terms of speed, having Dixie is not much faster than being alone with Donkey, because you can swim just as fast by doing the swim cancelling. Which just means that I use the normal swim and the this swim attack at the same time, so now I'm doing this. So that's just the same speed. But that's actually not the same speed. I need to take some time here to get rid of this enemy, and now it would be nice if I had Diddy. Because with Diddy we can actually do some skips here.
Close. Very close.
It wasn't close, it was precise. You know the drill. So losing the body Kong is not that bad, actually. We need Cranky in the next level anyways, so...
Losing Diddy doesn't lose any time.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter if I lose Diddy or not. At least at the very last point of that level. I actually lost him. No, maybe let's try this menu. And we need, as said, the 3 banana juices. As I said, the best runners of this game do this boss fight without the banana juices by using pretty much the same strats as I'll be using. The thing behind this is the fact that if you don't have full life and hit a boss, he most likely will drop a heart. So that's why it also works without the banana juices, but you have to space your hits very, very accurately to do it. Very good. That's the third phase already. And that's it. I think I even only needed 2 banana juices, right?
Yes, I think so.
So we even would have 1 in spare, but I actually have no need for banana juices anymore. I could throw it in the last boss fight.
And since we got some more loading screen right there, we got some donations coming in. One from Anonymous, $3, no comment, thank you so much for that. And another one from Grapple, saying Cranky Kong is the last of the Jedi Order and is teaching Donkey Kong the ways of the Force. It's pretty clear from the lore. Thank you so much for the donations and keep them coming.
Actually, it's not only pretty clear from the lore, it's also pretty much obvious given the date when Tropical Freeze will release on the Switch. It's May the 4th. I maybe should switch to Dixie there. Oh, I actually, that's rare. I wouldn't say it has never happened before, because it has. But it's very rare to get the hit on Donkey without damaging the body Kong. I got joked there. Okay, now I have to trust it. very good trust.
Ah.
That also doesn't happen often. So... anyways, that's good because we can actually show off Diddy a bit more. Damn it! Who eats Diddy anyways? Yes, I just dumped Diddy. Because I thought it was Dixie again. And that's why I love Dixie. I fell into it again. Okay. So... So for this level, it's also an auto-scroller, and again, it has so many details, especially in the background, so just watch for the details. Damn, the host is taking a break, actually. So I have to ask you, save or kill the animals? What do you think? Kill would be the slower one, showing something in the end of the level. You might know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Shall I show it?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay. So that's kill the animals. I like how the penguin casually drives above there.
Simply destroys the old factory just to get rid of you.
Yeah. He pretty much destroys everything. Penguin on rampage. And now he gets ejected. Oh yeah, and I normally wouldn't show this in a speedrun, but just how much detail there is. Look at the background, there's this little penguin flying down. How cute Honka is. I just like the details in this game. So, and now we get the next level, which is all about chopping melons, more or less. Actually, this whole world is a giant...
Ice cream factory.
Yeah, it's a giant ice cream factory.
Yeah, here at square melons.
Yep. Ooh, that was close. And that was even more close. I fell for it again. Okay, so I have to wait for the... Yeah, I actually have to wait for the third one. Did I say it's pretty rare to have it?
Yes, you did. Seems at least today.
I can't think of a run where this happened twice to me, actually. Not in Tropical Freeze. In Returns, yes, but not in Tropical Freeze. So, and now we have seen how the melons get chopped and how we get the juice out of the melons, and now we produce something out of the out of all the juice. So I will take a Dixie barrel here, just in case, because I need to get to a secret exit and I need to carry Dixie through the whole level in order to get to the secret exit. If I lose Dixie, even though I have the barrel, then I have to go to a slower level. Okay, that looks pretty good so far. And that doesn't matter. And now for the fun part of this level, the swimming section.
Normally you could just take a damage boost there, but well,
Yeah, bad idea. I normally don't take a damage boost when I risk on losing Dixie, although I have a Dixie barrel in the back. Because if I don't use the Dixie barrel here, I can use it as backup later, which is pretty convenient there. So, and now for another level that just looks very good if I manage to get everything down. Also, this level has also pretty good music. Nice. Ooh. I was joking, this was intended. That's good. That's the perfect cycle. Nice.
nice.
Yep, I pretty nailed that one. So, and the next level, now it's where the level gets are starting to get interesting, because now we can actually put the freeze into the game. Yes, we get ice physics. And actually, sometimes in the normally people hate on ice physics, but these ones are pretty interesting for the run. Because it's still very easy to control Donkey on the ice by just jumping. Because in the air you can control Donkey like he would be on normal ground. And on ice you can do boosts like this one. And also you can lose your body Kong and get some more damage. Obviously. I might die. Ooh, actually I can take it. Okay, let's do the safe way, the rest of the level. So, and now for the boss of World 5. The boss in World 5 is normally the longest boss. I say normally because it depends on how well I do at the World 6 boss, at the final boss in the game. Normally World 5 should be the longest boss fight. So let's get cranky here and get the ice spear. By the way, also in this boss fight there's very much detail. Just look at the background. This whole arena where we fight the boss is floating, and nice. It's floating and it's slowly circling, which is pretty interesting actually, because you can see so much in the background. Don't worry, I got this.
Yeah.
So, phase 2. I don't know how much swag I can do, but I'll try to pull something off.
As you might see, the ice bear gets more purple the longer the fight goes. So.
Yeah. So actually it is possible to bounce off the giant hammer with Cranky. Normally you shouldn't be able to bounce off, out of that hammer. But with Cranky Stick you can do pretty much. And in total you can just make this boss look really dumb here. I always like it. It can even get better. Depends on whether or not I'm able to pull it off. Ooh, I better should not risk it. YOLO. Oh, come on.
Yeah, okay, no, continue.
I will wait.
Please not.
Damn it.
Please not.
It continue? Okay.
Okay.
Then continue. Then we will continue here. But the timer is stopped. Why do always I get the technical difficulties, by the way? So are we back live or is it still off?
Yeah, it's live again.
It's live again. Okay. So then we can just... We have a stop timer now, but I guess I can finish the run without a timer. It would be nice to have the time foe. But that just means I can do some more interesting strats in World 6. When I don't have to look at the time. Like this one. I actually failed it.
Close.
Yeah, it is pretty close, this shot. I'll give it another try, and if I need a third try, I will do the slower way.
Intended way. Nice.
That was like the last frame that I could hit it. Okay. And yes, actually, again. Yeah. This platform sometimes just doesn't want to fall off. I don't know why. That's not enough. That was another... you could go for it, strat. Let's take it the safe way. Okay, so we don't have a Buddy Kong right now. So, 6-2. I didn't mention it, but in World 6, if you know Donkey Kong Country Returns, the kind of prequel to this game, Returns has 8 worlds, and they all play on DK Island. And here in Tropical Freeze, you have the sixth world is also DK Island, and each level in World 6 in Tropical Freeze actually represents a world in Donkey Kong Country Returns, which is pretty nice, just to know. Nice. Still have a shot at the fast strats.
Donkey Kong is strong enough to pull the ship, including himself, up out of the water.
Yeah, that's also some pretty interesting physics of the game.
Who needs physics?
Actually, I don't need physics. Do you need physics?
I don't need them, but it's kinda hard to ignore them.
You're too realistic, actually. So yeah, 6-2. obviously represents the World 2 in Donkey Kong Country Returns, and that was the beach. And you have a pretty frozen beach here. And now we head over to 6-3, the ruins. And it's pretty interesting since I also run Donkey Kong Country Returns and I pretty like the World 3 in Donkey Kong Country Returns. And I also pretty much like the 6-3 in Tropical Freeze. It just has this World 3 feeling that you get in Returns. No data of Shame Barrel today. So we just passed a Diddy Barrel, and this is the only barrel that is located in this level, and it's for Diddy only. And as mentioned earlier in the run, Diddy is not really a useful character, and that's why we call this barrel the Diddy of Shame Barrel, because you really have to do something wrong if you need it. So let's head to 6-4, and yeah. If you, the guys of you who do know Donkey Kong Country Returns, the people of you, just think about it. What was World 4 in Donkey Kong Country Returns? Yes, it was the caves, and actually for the Returns speedruns we normally refer to it as Autoscroller City, because in World 4 in Donkey Kong Country Returns each level is an autoscroller. So what is more convenient to make 6-4
And an auto-scroller.
also an autoscroller? It just has to be.
Yes. And of course it's the rocket barrel level.
Well, technically there are 3 minecart levels and only 2 rocket barrel levels in Donkey Kong Country Returns World 4. So it's not obvious to have a rocket barrel level. But damn is the music good. I somehow thought this chunk of ice would fall off before I pass it. Good that I remembered that it's the other way around. And if you've played Returns, you might know this buddy over there.
Oh. Oh.
Ah! Ooh! Wee! That was close. No pressure, guys, no pressure. And by the way, obviously, if you look at the top left corner, this giant snowball is actually a minecart. So let's head over to 6-5. And it has some pretty interesting boosts to it. We might see them. We might see not all of them in their whole extent. Because I'm, to be honest, I'm just too bad to pull all of them off. But I got a pretty solid strat. Actually I should have caught that way, that one. Yes, it actually would work. To roll off that one and then... Yeah, it would work. But since we don't have Cranky now, we can't do it anymore. Let's go the safe route.
Yeah, thing you ever wrote would have led to death.
Yeah, we have enough deaths. I actually picked up Diddy again. I don't really care which one I get. Because I will lose them anyways. No, we can use either Diddy or Dixie for this and the next level. But I also can start off on the next level without having any partner Kong. So it doesn't really matter. And now for a type of level which we haven't seen yet in the run. Because there are only, I guess it was 3 levels in this game. And 2 of them are secret exit levels. No, actually 1 is a secret exit level and the second one is a regular level where we didn't land because we took a secret exit. And yes, it's a shadow level and I really like this art style. So I normally want Dixie here in this level, because you can do a lot interesting stuff with Dixie. Okay. For example, you can do this, or this. Okay, I won't do the old strat. But I can do this strat. There is a barrel rotating with this giant wheel, and it's always there. So I can just get into the barrel by walking off the platform. But actually, this giant wheel would block our way, so I have to wait a bit inside the barrel in order to continue on in the level. So I guess we still have... Yeah, we still have all 3 Dixie Kong barrels, right?
Yes, you should have.
Nice. So I guess we load them up. 4, 6, 7. Having a lot of Dixie Kong barrels means that I can get a lot hits here and I can do a lot of damage boosting.
We got also another donation incoming from Eldaria saying, I really like watching your speedruns. I hate to donate so these kids get some more. Thank you, Eldaria, for your $12 donation.
Okay. So that's just some damage boosting that I could do because I have so many Dixie barrels left. And that was a bit dumb. At least we have Dixie barrels. So sorry for that. So we will actually get Dixie back. Okay. So maybe I should now play a bit more carefully. Okay, I can do one more. Okay, I can go for it. No, I can. Don't. I won't go, don't go for it, I guess. Or should I? Oh well. We can go for it, obviously. So, 2 more levels left in the run.
A lava level.
Yes, it's actually an ice lava level. I was about to say, that's some cool lava level there.
Yeah.
Bad puns. Oh, and by the way, it's also a Rambi level. So I kinda tricked you guys. I didn't think of 3-3 when I said we only have 2 Rambi levels in this run. We actually have 3 Rambi levels. So there's not really much to say about this level, it's just waiting for these ice platforms and knowing where to land. I hit the trigger pretty early there. Okay.
Final boss.
Now the final boss, and normally we're comparing this boss to Bowser in Super Mario 64 because hitting this boss is like, it's pretty much like hitting Bowser throws. You can train a lot for it and still just miss him. You can practice like hundreds of hours and still miss it. Although it's not really hard at all. So let's see. I could have loaded up my cranky barrels actually. So let's do it without cranky then. Or only with one barrel of cranky. So, it's the right one. Oh, he actually... It's very rare that he actually dodges it. If you throw it right in the middle, he has a pretty low chance on actually dodging it. So that's 3 for 3, that's good, because normally we want to hit all... Obviously we want to hit all hits, because that's the fastest one. But he will pass through exactly 3 times. And if we hit him 3 times, he will go immediately to the next phase. And as soon as we hit him the 3rd time, he will go to the next phase. And that's interesting. What I see at the screen up there.
Time is an error.
Okay, number 4. Number 5, and now he will get faster. And I did miss him.
Yeah.
Yep. So the second phase is actually the phase where you don't want to miss it, because it's the phase where it takes the longest until you can hit him again. So we just have to sit it through. Cheesy first throw.
Oh wow.
Dodge. He dodged the second one. Come on, come on. He doesn't really like me. No, actually I was. Actually that was my fault. Oh, it's actually coming to the left side. So, and now for the interesting part. Which pattern it is? It is the worst pattern. That's the most difficult pattern that he can give us. And now for some ice again. In your face.
Didn't even try to dodge.
Yeah. Oh. Ooh, come on. So, let's see it again. Which pattern do we get? Oh, that's a better one. Well, actually, the pattern that you just had is not necessarily the worst pattern. It is the most difficult to dodge, but it's also the fastest, actually. And that's it. We don't have a timer, sadly, but that's it.
But we got a stopwatch lying here, so I can tell you the final time if you want.
Ooh, nice. What is it?
So if I'm recalling correctly, it should be around a 152 flat.
That's good. 152 flat is it's pretty solid for me.
Not a bad song.
Thank you. So, yeah, I guess that's it for Tropical Freeze. I hope you enjoyed the run. Although there were some technical difficulties, but I'm pretty sure the guys will fix it pretty soon. And yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much to Mr. Tiger.